Dev and Sarah had been in love since their college days. Even though they came from different backgrounds, with different religions and cultures, their bond was strong. However, when their families found out about their relationship, things took a difficult turn. There was a lot of tension and drama, but despite all of this, they chose to marry each other. With the help of their loyal friends, who stood by them through thick and thin, they tied the knot. Their families disowned them, which didn't come as a surprise. They knew this would happen. Determined to start a new life, they decided to leave all the chaos behind and settle down somewhere far away, where no one knew them. Dev was an incredibly talented photographer, and his work was occasionally featured in some top magazines. Sarah, on the other hand, was a skilled dancer with a special talent in ballet. Dev had always dreamed of living in the countryside, surrounded by nature, where he could wake up to the sounds of birds and rivers, far from the noise of the city. Eventually, they found their dream home, a cozy cottage in a quiet village. The house was nestled among hills, streams, and the beauty of untouched nature. The locals were kind and welcoming, living simple lives away from the hustle and bustle of modern cities. Their new home had a lovely garden with unique flowers and medicinal herbs, planted by the villagers, known to cure common ailments like colds and headaches. Dev and Sarah settled into their new home, which they lovingly named Peace Haven. It was their sanctuary, filled with love and warmth, a place where no arguments or bitterness existed. Sarah quickly made friends with the local women and even started teaching dance to their daughters. At first, the mothers were hesitant to send their girls, but soon the house was filled with the laughter of children learning to dance. Sarah was content and at peace, finding joy in sharing her passion with the village kids. Dev had to commute to work, which was a bit far from their home, but he still pursued his love for photography on the side. This sometimes took him away for days or weeks, and while it was a point of contention between them, Sarah understood. His passion for photography and nature was something she had accepted, knowing it was a part of who he was. Life continued peacefully until one day, Sarah received a call from her best friend from college, telling her they were coming to visit. Thrilled at the prospect of seeing familiar faces, she told Dev, and he was just as excited. The visit went well, with everyone reminiscing about old times. Though they urged their friends to stay longer, they had to leave for other commitments. Before leaving, Sarah's friend held her hand and said, "I see happiness in both of you. You made the right choice marrying Dev." Sarah, eyes full of tears, looked at Dev and replied, "Yes, I'm very lucky." One Sunday, while cleaning their home, Sarah discovered a dusty old doll in the loft of their guest room. She was surprised, as they had never noticed it before. The doll, though covered in cobwebs, was cute, and after cleaning it, Sarah felt a strange attachment to it. It became her silent companion. She would talk to it about her worries, her joys, and even complain about Dev sometimes. The doll became her secret friend, a comforting presence in her life. One day, while holding the doll, Sarah felt an overwhelming maternal instinct. She realized that she wanted a child. Watching the village children giggle and play only strengthened her desire to have a baby of her own. That evening, she decided to talk to Dev about it. As they shared a romantic dinner, Sarah hinted at her wish for a child. Later, in the bedroom, she whispered her desire to him, and Dev, pulling her close, lovingly replied, "Your wish is my command." They spent the night wrapped in each other's arms, filled with love and dreams of starting a family. The next morning, Sarah woke up to find Dev missing from his side of the bed. As she got ready for the day, she noticed a note on the mirror that read, "Happy birthday, my love. Wait for a bigger surprise tonight." She had forgotten it was her birthday and was thrilled at the thought of a surprise. The day passed with excitement and anticipation, but as night fell, Dev hadn't returned. She prepared a special dinner, dressed up, and lit candles around the house, waiting for him. But as the hours ticked by, her excitement turned to anxiety. Dev always called if he was going to be late, so why hadn't he called today? She tried to stay positive, hoping the surprise would be worth the wait, but worry began to creep in. As the night grew darker, she heard a knock at the door. Rushing to open it, thinking it was Dev, she was shocked to see his driver instead. The driver, battered and bruised, stammered out the terrible news. Dev had died in a car accident. He had been excited about Sarah's birthday and lost control of the car despite the driver's warnings. In disbelief, Sarah slammed the door shut. Tears streamed down her face as she collapsed, clutching the doll tightly. The house grew silent as the candles burned out, leaving her in complete darkness. The next day, when the maid arrived, she noticed the untouched newspaper and milk outside. Sensing something was wrong, she peeked through the window and saw Sarah lying motionless on the bed, her wrists cut and blood pooled on the floor. The doll sat beside her lifeless body. The locals believed Sarah's spirit remained in the house, waiting for Dev to return. The once beautiful home became abandoned and overgrown with weeds. It was said that Sarah's ghost could be seen walking around at dusk, longing for the return of the man she loved. Though many tried to buy the house, no one ever did. People claimed they felt an eerie presence or saw the curtains move on their own. The house, once a symbol of love and dreams, stood as a haunting reminder of Dev and Sarah's unfinished life together.